Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers sign Logan Paul to contract. On Tuesday, the Lakers surprised everyone by announcing that they had agreed to a deal with Logan Paul. Fortunately, or perhaps unfortunately, depending on how good a three-point shooter he is, it's a deal with Paul and KSI's sports drink company, Prime, and not a 10-day contract. There's a lot to unpack with this one, but nothing more imperative than the fact that KSI is very clearly photoshopped into these pictures. For one, he's in the exact same pose in both pictures and, for two, even a cursory look will show how clear it is he was not at the team's facility for these photos. This is also pretty funny for those deep in the weeds who paid close attention to D'Angelo Russell's pressers, particularly in the playoffs last season. D'Lo is sponsored by Coco 5 and tried multiple times last season to put his drink on the table for his pressers, but was repelled by the Lakers since the team was not an official sponsor. On Tuesday, D'Lo initially tweeted and subsequently deleted a tweet about a collaboration between Coco 5 and Prime. For those unaware, Prime is a drink that was only started in 2022 by Paul and KSI, two of YouTube's biggest stars. Backed by their popularity, they have very, very quickly become one of the most popular brands in the world, having signed deals with Arsenal, Barcelona and Bayern Munich in soccer, UFC and WWE as whole brands/leagues/companies and a number of athletes, ranging from Erling Haaland to Patrick Mahomes and Israel Adesanya. It's fair to mention that Paul has a laundry list of past controversies, which you can find across multiple sections of his Wikipedia. To his credit, many of them were years ago, and he has, at least recently, seemed to avoid controversy, largely speaking. That's a lot of qualifiers, though. To me, the one obvious question is why Prime instead of, say, Body Armor, a brand so many fans associate with Kobe Bryant. The answer to this, as is the case with basically everything in life, is probably money. Ultimately, it probably matters little as I could not even tell you who the Lakers' previous official sports drink brand was or if they had one. Lakers news, updates on Gabe Vincent and Jared Vanderbilt. The Lakers are set to make a push for the playoffs. Although, they've been missing a few of their key role players this season. Prominent names like Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent have been sidelined due to injuries for an extended period of time throughout the regular season. With only a few weeks left until the start of the play-in tournament, the resurgence help of these two could be very impactful for the purple and gold. With playoff aspirations and a chance to go all the way, the Lakers look forward to getting Vanderbilt and Vincent healthy back in the rotations. The Los Angeles Lakers have had several injuries on their roster throughout the season. Besides D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves, the majority of everyone else has been sidelined with varying injuries. The two that have dealt with the longest injuries have been Vanderbilt and Vincent. Vanderbilt has missed two big stretches throughout the regular season, while Vincent has only played a total of 5 games. The Lakers and coach Darvin Ham have had to get creative and alter many lineups surrounding these injuries. The Lakers are expected to get these two back relatively soon before the regular season comes to an end. They are potentially getting them back at what seems to be the perfect time. We are getting to the point in the NBA season where every win matters. From the 6th to the 10th seed, it is a 2-game differential. Quite drastic as the Lakers look to continue momentum and garner a push toward better seeding. The possibility of securing a playoff spot without having to be in the play-in tournament seems feasible. Although, it will be a tough task and the Lakers understand how valuable each game is moving forward. Especially, how valuable it would be to get Vanderbilt and Vincent back as soon as possible. Today, reporter Shams Charania gave us updates on Gabe Vincent's expected timetable to return. Gabe Vincent is finally to the point where he's progressing to conditioning and ramping up on the floor. His window, I'm told, to potentially return, begins next week. This is great news as there are still several weeks until the play-in tournament. getting Vincent and Vanderbilt within the next 2 weeks would change the entire outlook for rotations. It would be beneficial to the Lakers as these are two-way reliable players that give it their all on both ends of the floor. The timing for these two to return is spectacular news for the Lakers. It gives them roughly 3 to 4 weeks to ramp up for the playoffs. With positive news regarding Vanderbilt and Vincent, expect them to be suited up in the purple and gold in a week or so. These are two guys who can play 20 to 25 minutes a night and will have huge impacts and roles on the defensive end. This has been one of the biggest issues for the Lakers. When turnovers and a lack of consistency occur, it usually is a result of too many guards on the floor that cannot defend as well as Vanderbilt or Vincent. With these two back in the fold, the Lakers will have different rotations and options to keep the defense strong alongside Anthony Davis. Y'all lucky I didn't bust yo a ****. Timberwolves Anthony Edwards snaps back at Lakers fans. The Minnesota Timberwolves lost to the LA Lakers 120-109 and Anthony Edwards was not happy with the LA fans. The Lakers fans were busting his chops as he left the stadium and he responded after last night's defeat, "Y'all lucky I didn't bust yo ass." The Timberwolves dropped to third in the Western Conference behind the Thunder and Denver Nuggets. With LeBron James missing Friday's home matchup against the Milwaukee Bucks, the Lakers needed Anthony Davis to step up big and produce with their other All-Star out. Davis did just that, scoring 22 points and grabbing 13 rebounds as the Lakers defeated the Bucks 123-122 to move up one spot in the Western Conference standings. The win did have one negative aspect. Davis apparently hurt himself during the game, taking a lot of contact on a Giannis Antetokounmpo drive to the basket, which seemed to have hurt his shoulder. Now, he and LeBron James are listed as questionable heading into Sunday's game against the number 1 seed in the West. Davis was seen getting treatment on the injured area during the third quarter, and it was clear the injury was bothering him, as you didn't see him moving his left arm much during the rest of the game. If both Davis and Bron cannot play, winning will be much more difficult for a team that struggles to string wins together. Minnesota is also banged up. Karl-Anthony Towns is out with a left meniscus tear and Anthony Edwards is questionable with left ankle soreness. Both teams could look drastically different from their ideal selves if all 4 stars are missing. The rest of the injury report is more of the same. Cam Reddish has been listed as questionable in the last few games, and Colin Castleton, Christian Wood, Gabe Vincent, and Jared Vanderbilt are all still out. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation, Anthony Edwards? Leave your opinion in the comments.